So now that I've got these halftones in, makes me want to, having sort of looked at them, I think I need to go a bit darker generally with the shadows in order to create sufficient contrast between the darker tones in the skull and the lighter tones. The shadows are going to kind of have to unify a bit darker generally towards the value of that background tone. Which generally, I mean, that's often the case. You'll find you've probably gone a little bit too light with your shadows once you start to actually sort of look at the halftones and the lights. And that's what I was talking about before, about sort of creating enough space for your lights. So it just feels a little bit too low contrast. The form feels underdeveloped. If you don't have sufficient contrast between the lighter tones and the darker tones of the forms. Now I'm not really putting loads of detail into the shadows, so I'm just sort of simplifying out a bit what's going on in these forms here, just sort of a little bit of a suggestion that there's maybe more complex stuff going on, but I'm not rendering out all the little forms. I've just sort of merged them together. And I'm just going to make my way a few more passes over the shadows. And I might actually, while I'm doing that, because I'm doing general passes, just going to make the top part of the skull a little bit darker as well. So still just going through darkening these shadows. So yeah, nearly there with just unifying the shadows. So it's just this, you can see I'm just doing a pass over basically, just a general pass over them. And yeah, that's helped a bit with those forms. So the final thing I'll do, this is usually a nice way to kind of increase the sense that things are unified in the lights. Similar, basically the same approach as what I just did the darks, but I'm just going to work just generally a few passes over the lights as a whole, and then I'm just going to erase into that a little bit. So I'm just going to go through and just pick out these lightest portions of the lights. Zoom in slightly as well because we're sort of past the reference needing to be up. So yeah, just these bits of the skull which are really bright, I can erase, say down this left-hand edge of this jawbone. Just erase those. A few other little bits of light that sort of peek through. So yeah, we're pretty much there with this.